I got a notification this week that it's 10 years since I launched my YouTube channel, and this is where it all began. I'm back where it started, flying with Qantas internationally long haul from Melbourne. And just like then, I did put in a points upgrade. This one hasn't come through. Fingers crossed it comes through at the gate. If it doesn't, I am flying business class from Melbourne through to LA on the Qantas A380. My first time flying Qantas International long haul for about 5 or 6 years. So I'm looking forward to it and seeing what they are like these days. Join me, let's do it together. After check-in, it was straight through departure security and the duty-free bazaar. My first stop was the gate to see today's ride being stocked for our flight to LA. I then went down to the Qantas Business Class Lounge. It's a large windowless space that was super busy. It offered the standard Qantas lounge fare, but it was way too busy for me, so I didn't hang around. Luckily, I also have access to the Amex lounge through my credit card. This lounge is similarly windowless, but it's newer, nicer, and not as busy as the Qantas lounge. And it's time to fly. Let's head to LA. Thank you. Before we fly, let me quickly tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Airalo, the eSIM company. The Airalo app is your perfect travel companion and will help you save you money from the dreaded bill shock if you're using your mobile phone overseas. It's safe, secure, and ensures that you remain connected. So download the Airalo app. Also use the code DennisB3 and you'll save $3 off your first eSIM purchase. On this trip, I'm traveling through the US, Guatemala, and Mexico, and Airalo has me covered with individual SIMs for these countries, as well as regional passes for, say, Latin America, where they cover 17 different countries. It's easy, convenient, and over 15 million travelers have used Airalo for their eSIM needs. Download the app today. It's easy to use. You won't be disappointed. Thanks again to Airalo for sponsoring this video. Now, let's fly. As I was sitting at the gate, I received a text message from Qantas with the sad news that my points upgrade to first class had been unsuccessful. A few minutes later, we started to board. And just at the very last minute, as I'm scanning the boarding pass, the upgrade came through. So this is now a first class review. How good's that? Let's go to LA. In the excitement, I actually took the wrong air bridge and ended up on the upper deck, where business class is. Hello, how are you? Upgrade's just come through and I've come up the wrong one, so downstairs? Yeah, thank you.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
On the way through, I quickly filmed the business class seats. I'll be flying these back from LA on their 787 and I'll review it, so make sure you've hit that subscribe button. Then it was down the stairs and to my very fancy first class seat, 2F.
And just like 10 years ago, the upgrade came through. So this really is a 10th anniversary on YouTube video. So cheers, here's to one sensational flight. And can I also say thank you to everybody who has been watching my videos and supported this all the way through. We've had a few ups and downs along the way with COVID and everything else, but the support has been fantastic, so thank you.
Cabin crew, the main cabin doors now been closed.
We all have a place that fills our heart and makes us feel safe. Give us your attention for the next few minutes and we'll keep you safe on this flight.
Taking off from Melbourne, today's flight would take us straight over the Pacific Ocean, arriving in LA 13 hours and 37 minutes later. But because we crossed the international dateline, we'd actually arrive 3.5 hours before we departed. Now that we're up in the air, let's have a good look at this first class cabin, which is located on the lower deck of the A380. There are 5 rows with 14 seats in total, in a 1-1-1 configuration. Because of the staircase to the upper deck, the middle seats start at row 2. Whilst the seat design has not changed, Qantas did refresh these first class seats in recent years. The best seats, in my opinion, are the A seats next to the window, as these have more privacy and don't share an aisle. Obviously, with a last minute upgrade like this, I had no choice of seats. Frankly, I was just grateful to sit in this cabin. The seats themselves are very comfortable. They're wide, have lots of legroom, and are endlessly adjustable. This includes a swivel function, as you need to be forward facing for takeoff and landing, but once in the air, you simply swivel the seat to face the entertainment screen. At this time, the privacy barrier with the aisle is also raised. And of course, these seats come with all the mod cons you'd expect. Most of the functions are operated via this central control panel, which is located right where you need it, but can also be removed from its bracket. What I liked is that you can use it to view the route map whilst you're watching something else on the main screen. The tray table is huge and is designed so that you can dine together with a companion. The ottoman even has a seat belt. As per all my reviews, I'll show you the seat and bed mode later in the video. Spoiler alert, these beds are incredible. Not long after departure, the captain announced that the Australian ski fields could be seen off to our left. Service started with a drink from the bar and some canapes. I stuck with the sparkling cloud juice. The canapes were absolutely sensational. One featured caviar and the other scallop. Both were full of flavours that hit your senses and stayed with you. Before we get too settled in, let me give you a tour of the A380 and the other 3 cabins on this flight. First up, economy, which takes up the rest of the lower deck of the A380. Here, your seats are laid out in a 3-4-3 configuration. Now let's head upstairs. Starting at the back, we have Premium Economy. I reviewed this product in its old form, and I'll put the link in the description below. This product was updated when they upgraded the A380s, and I think it looks really good. It's laid out in a 2-3-2 configuration. The seats look comfy, and the entertainment screens are nice and large. The rest of the upper deck is business class, spread across 2 cabins. The main cabin has 13 rows, so my pick would be the front cabin, which only has 5 rows. Qantas has finally finished upgrading their A380s to feature the same seats as the 787s. This is a good solid seat in a 1-2-1 configuration, so all passengers have direct aisle access. As mentioned, I'll be reviewing this business class on the return leg, so make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Right up the very front of the upper deck is Qantas's upgraded lounge area. This is available to both business and first class passengers. It's not quite the Emirates bar, but it's a nice area nonetheless, and a good place to chat with your fellow passengers. Back in first class, it was time for lunch. The menus are extensive, so I show them in full at the end of the video. Qantas does bread well, and I couldn't resist the olive oil and balsamic vinegar, nor could I resist this stunning Barossa GSM from Torbreck. To start, I had the Australian tasting plate, which was interesting. Then came the best bit. For mains, I had the beef fillet with snow peas and a potato gratin. The steak was tender and juicy, and the potatoes delicious. The side salad was good too, as was the top-up of Torbreck. For dessert, I had the baked rhubarb and strawberry pudding, which was very good, but I forgot to film it, distracted by the single malt and the crew taking a photo for me. During lunch, I watched Mobland, so now's probably a good time to show you the entertainment system. First up, Qantas does not offer Wi-Fi on any of its international flights. This is most likely a legacy of the Alan Joyce cost-cutting era, but it does place Qantas well behind all of its major competitors. The entertainment system itself was excellent though. It was easy to navigate and there were plenty of choices of things to watch, play and listen to. The screen was not as big as most other first class screens, but it wasn't too much of an issue. By now it was getting towards nap time, but first let's show you the amenities provided. In terms of first class amenity kits, these were pretty poor. They're basically the business class kit in a different colour, and well below the kits that you'd get in first class on Emirates, Qatar, Air France and Swiss.
It's time to get changed into those Qantas first class pyjamas. Now, my understanding is Qantas was the first or one of the first airlines to introduce pyjamas in business class. In first class, everybody does it. They understood that on a long haul flight, especially when you're sleeping, it's far more comfortable to change out of your clothes. Now, while we're here, I'll show you the pajamas in a minute. Let's do the loo review in Qantas First Class on the A380. Big mirror here. You can see some towels there, tissues, some lotions and potions. There's some cleansing stuff here. Some more lotions and potions. I don't know what that is. That's the hand wash, which is good because that's what I've just used. The PJs, there's a table. You can change your babies on that. The toilet there, and look, a full-length mirror. I'm already wearing the slippers. There is a handle here in case you need to brace. Coat hangers thoughtfully provided with the hook there. So that is the PJs. No, that is the bathroom. Now let's look at the PJs. And here's the Qantas First Class pajamas. It's a nice dark number. Look at that. You've got the Qantas logo right there. Let's turn around and have a look at it in the full-length mirror with the matching slippers. I need to tell you some golden rules. You've got to remember these because they're very important. You notice that I did a whole tour of the aircraft before I put the pajamas on. Very important. You can wear these in first class. You can even get up into the lounge up there and wear them there. That's fine. Wear them anywhere else. Wear them in the economy cabin. Wear them off the aircraft into arrivals. The Australian culture will determine that you are immediately a dickhead. That's just the way it is. I don't make the rules. That's the way it is. So you can take them home, but only wear them in the aircraft in the designated cabin. Otherwise, people are going to think you're a bit of a dick. The other thing, and I've seen a lot of people do this, they change into the pajamas before departure. Not a good idea. From a safety perspective, if there's an aborted takeoff and you have to evacuate via the slides, you don't want to be the schmuck standing on the runway in your PJs whilst everything else, including your wallet and everything else, is in your pockets, in your jeans, back on the aircraft. That's it. They're the PJ rules, according to Dennis. Hope that's helpful.
Whilst I was getting changed into my PJs, the wonderful cabin crew made my bed. These beds are sensational. There's a thick memory foam mattress provided, as well as 2 pillows, a large quilt, and an additional blanket. The bed itself is wide, large and flat, and on a nighttime flight would be the perfect place for a nice long sleep.
I must say, I reckon this is close to being, it is the best bed in the sky. Qantas have done well here. I think it's time to go to sleep, so I'll turn these lights off. Now, obviously, I'm not actually asleep because, well, I'm still holding the camera at arm's length. I've got to turn the camera off so I can actually sleep.
Sadly though, this was a daytime flight and my body just wasn't having it. The best I could manage was a short afternoon nap. So I got up again, ordered some tea and got some work done. These tables are excellent for working and for eating at the same time. In this instance, the famous Qantas steak sandwich. There's also a range of snacks available in the galley. Eventually, I ordered an espresso and wondered what on earth these mathematician seamounts were. I did Google it back on land, and it turns out that they're undersea mountains named after famous mathematicians. By now, I was full of energy and needed some movement, so I put the front staircase to good use. When I returned to my seat, I found it set for breakfast. After my steak sandwich, I went for the lighter option here. A healthy green juice and another espresso were followed by some tasty bircher muesli and then avocado toast, which really hit the spot. Qantas really does do comfort food well, and just a reminder, the full menus are at the end of the video. Not long after breakfast, we started our descent into LA. Whilst I got some distant shots out the window, the best views were courtesy of the tail camera on the A380. This is such a cool feature.
Welcome to Los Angeles. The current time here in Los Angeles is 7:45 a.m. We do realise you had a choice in air travel today on behalf of Qantas and One World. We do thank you for choosing to fly with us.
That was absolutely sensational. Thank you. Thanks. Fantastic. Really, really nice. Thanks. Enjoy LA. Can I have a quick look up in the cockpit? Yeah. That was absolutely sensational. Cool, quickly having a look at the cockpit. welcome to LA. I've made it. That was one sensational flight. Okay, Qantas First Class may not be Emirates or Etihad, but a very good, solid product. It is Aussie. The crew make the flight, and that was definitely the case here. Good, comfortable seats, good food, comfort food, but the crew really were brilliant. Overall, very, very impressed. So happy to be flying Qantas long haul again. I'm flying them business class on the way back, so that review's coming up as well, as I said earlier in the video. So hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and you'll learn about that one. We'll see what they're like in business class. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of this and how this compares to other first class reviews you've seen or other first classes that you have flown. Thanks again for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and as always, happy travels.
And stick around now to see the full first class menus for this flight.